Super Mario Galaxy. It is impossible to exaggerate how revolutionary, how breathtaking, just how life-changing this game is. No other game has had nearly as much of an impact on gaming as Super Mario Galaxy has. And I'll go a step further and say that Super Mario Galaxy is humanity's magnum opus. What's up guys, it's Thomas from the Switch Stop, and to begin showing you the importance of Super Mario Galaxy, I want to first start you off where we all started. Come on, we're getting there. When opening up Super Mario Galaxy on the Nintendo Wii, the player is greeted by the protagonist Mario gleefully exclaiming, "Super Mario Galaxy!" A phrase that perfectly embodies everything that this game represents. The sheer improvement that this game offers can be examined on the mere file select screen. No longer are you limited to a pathetic character of the alphabet. That's boring. Instead, your file is portrayed by an entire planet featuring a mascot of your choice. Now, you could always make your file a Mario character like Peach or Yoshi, but if you want to go really crazy, your file can be you through your me. Look, that's me, Thomas Switch Stop. The game immediately throws you into Mario's most grandiose adventure yet. The plot avoids the cliche retelling of Bowser kidnapping Peach, and it does this by doing exactly that, but this time, Bowser has a UFO. But oh my god, is this climactic. Despite being a Wii title, the graphics here are still impressive, and Nintendo really outdid themselves, creating entire cutscenes with full-on voice subtitles. That's probably for the best.
What's this icky paint-like goop? It's moving!
God, this story is way more vivid than I remember. I think Kamek just straight up banishes me to the Shadow Realm? They finally did it. They killed Mario. During the production of Super Mario 64, Nintendo had one major priority: translate Mario to 3D, and they did this by giving the player more control. Not only could you now move 360 degrees, but you even had a ton of new movement options. Triple jumps, wall jumps, punching, kicking, cheating, so many different ways to move throughout each level. In Galaxy, at first glance, it seems like Mario was neutered. You have less directional options, iconic parts of Mario's moveset are missing, such as the dive, and you're limited to only one analog stick. But in this case, less is more, because Galaxy isn't just a game, it's an experience. The atmosphere of this game is simply beautiful, and limiting the player's movement allows them to fully embrace their environment. This is not a game to speedrun, and it shouldn't be. The developers intentionally, expertly slowed down the pacing of this game to allow the player to fully experience the masterpiece that it is. In Mario 64, you can exploit the game's movement options so much and easily defy the developer's intentions, allowing you to beat the game in an unsatisfying manner. Thankfully, this game doesn't have any abusive mechanics whatsoever. The game also complements the Wii's core gimmicks through how it supports the motion controls of the Wii Remote. By pointing at the screen, you can collect star bits tethered to these stars and fling Mario into... That's so wrong. The real core mechanic of Galaxy, however, is the spin. This thing is so cool. You can use it to defeat enemies, and trust me, you do, like, a lot. But you can also use it to launch Mario even higher when in the air. It's just that extra movement option that sets Galaxy apart from the rest of the 3D Mario titles. Wahoo! Yippee! Huh. Thankfully, this game doesn't have any abusive mechanics whatsoever. Now, something Galaxy deserves a lot of praise for is that it was the first 3D Mario game to include multiplayer, and I'm talking simultaneous multiplayer. The second player gets to point the Wiimote at the screen and collect star bits for player 1. I'm pretty sure that's human trafficking. As for the level designs, a common critique is that they are too linear compared to Mario's previous 3D entries, which makes each player's experience feel less unique, but in reality, the linearity was a massive improvement to the gameplay. So much unnecessary time was previously spent aimlessly wandering around with no sense of direction. Take Mario 64 for example. When I go into this level, I'm told to return this baby penguin to its mother. It seems simple enough, right? Except that's the wrong penguin. How am I, the player, supposed to know which penguin is yours, lady? The only descriptive criteria you gave me was penguin, and I'm pretty sure this is a penguin. This level is called Can the Eel Come Out to Play? And now when I play with the eel, the thing just murders me. That is bad game design, punishing the player for following instructions. Now in Galaxy, on the other hand, this game sets reasonable standards for objectives like massaging the giant bee's back. What? Speaking of bees, this game has some of the most creative power-ups in Mario's history. Now Mario can fly, go through barriers, and spring. Every one of these power-ups does limit Mario's movement and make him more susceptible, but that's just because it's cool. and unique. Now, the red star, that's a sick power-up. It's basically the wing cap, but more fluid. I really like using this power-up that one time, in that one level, that it's exclusive to, exceptionally. There's some power-ups in this game that you have to buy. The fate of the universe rests on my hands, and this dude's still trying to make a quick buck. This mushroom is a brand new power-up. It's a life mushroom. See? It has a star on it. That's the Mario theme. That's the sound Mario makes in the hit game Mario for the Super Mario. Now I have to talk about the Comet Observatory, which takes on the role of this game's hub world. Here, you'll find a collective spirit consisting of several characters all working together and cheering on Mario with the shared end goal of collecting the stars and rescuing Princess Peach. Luigi is a textbook example of, it's the thought that counts. I don't know who keeps letting him out, but he keeps getting imprisoned and lost? Hey Mario, I got the star, I'm stuck. Can't you do anything for yourself, Luigi? You got stuck at the start of the level. This is why we can't have true multiplayer, Luigi. You're too stupid. The Toads in this game all have their own creatively chosen, unique roles. The captain, the mailman, the chronic narcoleptic. It's only a matter of time before he's pronounced brain dead. He's right in line behind Luigi. And lastly, this Toad is unemployed, but he finds a successful banking job in the sequel. Even Peach steps in, sending you letters via parasocial relationship, and you get 5 1-ups. Yes, Toad, isn't the princess so thoughtful? I'm constantly suffering numerous deaths and traversing across galaxies where I can be sucked into a black hole at any second. But Peach, she's thoughtful because she gave me a green mushroom. It's worth mentioning that every character in this hub world is important, like these hungry Lumas. What looks like just another silly NPC actually serves to remind us of life's many sacrifices. They long to one day become a galaxy, so Mario can use them as an avenue to collect more stars and restore power to the observatory. Through consuming enough star bits, they can complete their mission, although their consciousness will be gone forever. Despite fully acknowledging their fate, they blissfully chow down on the polyunsaturated fats and triglycerides of the space rocks. Truly a noble act. Cool. My favorite guy to visit in the Comet Observatory is Yoshi. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find him while playing, but he's on the file select screen, so I'm gonna keep looking for him. Yoshi. The observatory itself is laid out with several rooms, including these domes that directly take you to galaxies. These locations are often simple, like a garage, a kitchen, a garden, but no room is more precious than the library. This is where you're introduced to Rosalina's storybook. Rosalina's storybook is peak storytelling. Now, this is a video game. One minute I'm traversing across the entire galaxy, defeating bosses and exploring every square inch of the universe so I can collect enough stars to defeat Bowser, and the next minute I'm reading. Mario Galaxy isn't afraid to embrace tradition. Why tell a story through the actual gameplay when you can just read a book? Look, I just pressed A and it turned the page. It's just like a real book. Rosalina's storybook embraces tradition while defying present-day expectations. That is creativity and that is art. I won't spoil the story, but if you have any doubts still, just listen to this. If Mario Galaxy released with no content other than a PNG of Mario and an MP3 of this song, it would be a 10 out of 10 game. When I first heard this song, I cried, realizing its true beauty. Now when I listen to this song, I cry just reminiscing of the first time I cried listening to this song. And the entire Galaxy soundtrack is like this. Take any song from the Galaxy OST and compare it to a song from any other video game. It will make that song sound like it was composed in Mario Paint. You don't need a music degree to determine what sounds better between this and this. The music in Galaxy is so good that it has no business even being in a video game. Ever heard of Beethoven? Mozart? If Mario Galaxy released when they were still alive, they would destroy every piece of music they'd ever written and never touch an instrument again. If you just took all the audio files from this game and inserted them into the files of any other game, you can no longer call that game a video game. It just came free with the Galaxy soundtrack. Music aside, there's an abundance of content in this game. Even when you beat the game, there's so much more to do. And just when you thought you won 100% of the game, you unlock an entirely brand new campaign with Luigi. It's the same game with Luigi. Because you can't fix perfection, baby, and this game is a masterpiece. Who wouldn't want to play through every level of this game all over again? Every level. Every single level. I should note that there are some differences. Luigi can jump higher than Mario, which is pretty cool, and instead of rescuing Luigi from these missions, you rescue... what the hell? Now, after you've 100% of the entire game with Luigi is when the magic really happens. You unlock one final level. You have proven that you have mastered Super Mario Galaxy, and so you were given a challenge like no other. Grand Finale Galaxy. An absolute test of endurance to truly demonstrate the player's legendary status. I I beat the entire game for this, twice. Now this is a reward right here. Super Mario Galaxy changed my life. Being one of my first experiences with gaming, this game will always hold a special place in my heart. Every time I come back to this game, my mind is filled with nostalgic memories. From chasing star bunnies, to flying high in the sky, to smashing my TV with a Wii remote while trying to beat this literal garbage level. What a great game to grow up with. Without Mario Galaxy, I might have never considered playing an actually fun Mario game. Meaning Galaxy, of course. It doesn't get better than this. The moral of Mario Galaxy is that it's okay to take risks. Sometimes you should hand your biggest IP to the studio who made a platformer for a crappy Donkey Kong peripheral. You might just get something magical. This game took risk by defying present-day expectations, embracing unfamiliar gimmicks, and putting the greatest symphonies known to man in a game about an Italian plumber. By doing this, the game accomplished something beautiful, revolutionizing gaming as a whole. And that is why Super Mario Galaxy is the game of all time. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed taking this journey through looking back at Super Mario Galaxy. Now, if you love learning about Nintendo games, well, we have a brand new video that covers 100 facts about Nintendo. It's on screen right now, and it was actually uploaded at the exact same time as this video, so check it out.